Hello, everybody. Cindy Walker here. I am doing this one for the first time specifically for YouTube. And I did Tasty Tuesdays for a while. I did Wonderful Wednesdays for a while. And a lot of that just doesn't work with everybody's schedule. So, or I'd let life get in my way. But my biggest thing is I love cooking. And I love going as healthy as possible, and I love the challenge when somebody throws it at me, unhealthy dish, but I like the challenge of turning it into a healthy dish so that everybody can like it, people like me. So anyway, I've been talking about getting on YouTube and doing it because from YouTube you can pretty much share it anywhere, and so I'm gonna do this. I got my YouTube channel started back up over the weekend. I'm excited to get going. And what I like too is I can do it at my convenience and not have to worry about everybody else's schedule. So what I'm gonna do tonight is it's gonna be kind of like a chicken cacciatore done white girl style. But I like using spaghetti squash, and I got the smallest one I could because I want to just go small, do it for me. And I took a picture of everything that I did. I don't know if I'm going to be able to attach that picture to this video, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Another thing is I'm doing this all from my phone. So I don't know how that's going to work because my stove is over here, and yes, I've already got it on. Got my fan going, got the burner on. Unfortunately, I have to deal with electric, but got to start somewhere, right? Because at least I can put this out here. I want to share my cooking style with everybody. I find it so fun and exciting. If I can help just one person a day, life is worth it. So I have seen this done before. I don't want to turn my oven on because I'm hot as heck living here in the Ozarks. So anyway, I got my chicken. I got this kind. It's I think these are called chicken tenders, but that way I can just chop it up and put it in the skillet. But what I was talking about that I've seen done is this, taking a squash and cooking it in the microwave. It goes a little faster, of course, than cooking it in the oven. And so how this girl did it, I think she did it with a butternut because we were getting ready to make butternut soup or something like that. But anyway, I'm going to do it with this spaghetti squash. You just cut the ends off, stick it in the microwave, and cook it. But after it cools off, then you take all the insides out. So it just cooks this way. But the ends, that way you don't have to poke holes in it. So we're going to do it this way. Okay, so got that going. And then now I'm going to put my pan on. Oh, and I forgot to pull my oil out. I'm just going to turn that down a little bit. This, I don't have a lot that I can get out here where I live, but this has turned out to be one of my favorite. You can really get crispy edges with this stuff, so I'm kind of excited about this oil. I always thought coconut oil would be completely different because when you hear the word coconut, you think of the flavor, right? But no. So we're going to get started. I'm going to chop up this chicken. I'm just going to kind of dice it up a little bit. Makes it easier than when I usually debone and do the whole thing from scratch, right? It's already done for me. I just gotta slice it up. Yeah, I've missed doing a show. I really missed it. I've done little things here and there, little shorts. I've added those to my YouTube channel already. Infused waters and smoothies are something I do on the regular, so I like sharing my ideas with that. Smoothies are so awesome. Another thing is food prep. I love giving people ideas of things I've learned over the years doing food prep and how essential it is. So many people think, oh, I don't have time to. It's more the other way around. You don't have time not to because you're out of time. If you did food prep, you would have even more time. You just got to get in the habit of doing it. So I hate that feeling. I hate touching meat. So anyway, yeah, I definitely don't have my my kitchen set up for this, do I? Okay, we're gonna get the chicken in there and get it going, and then flip it over so I can do my onion. Another thing I do, I like to do my seasonings as clean as possible. So I get a lot of my stuff from Epicure. I don't know if you all, well, I'm trying to get past the light. Epicure products, they are really, really good. So I have an Italian blend which already has garlic in it, because usually garlic and onion, I'm going at it all the time. So. Too high. Okay, so we're going to dice up about half of this onion because you've seen how small my squash is, so every time I do that I feel like Rachel Ray. Garbage bowl, but I throw up my sink. I clean my sink out when I'm done. So I don't use a bowl, I use the whole dang sink. Didn't get it all. There we go. Got it all that time. So I hope I don't have that too close. I was trying to readjust how the camera is set in my phone, trying to get as close as possible, but now I may have it too close. So a lot of people ask me what's my favorite. I don't really have a favorite. I love food. I love food. I love to eat. I used to have a, and why I go healthy now is I used to have a weight problem, and I lost the weight by clean eating, and fell in love with clean eating because it was so simple. You know, there's not too many foods out there that I don't love, so it was easy. You know, I never felt like I let go of anything, but I learned to cook even better. So it's never been a challenge. So we're just going to brown that, get the squash ready, and what goes in next is I've got a can of tomatoes and a can of, what is it called? Diced tomatoes. It looks like stewed, but we'll call them diced. Parm for the top. I love good Parmesan cheese. I don't eat a lot of cheese, but when I do, it's got to be the Parm. So this is where I usually have a top. And I really have just nothing on my mind tonight. Go figure. And I should. I usually always have something to talk about. Woo-hoo! Woo! That boy's hot. Look at that. Woo! Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I would have never, if I hadn't seen her do that, I would have never thought to put a squash. I always do it the hard way. So we're just going to let that cool off a little bit. Then I'm going to cut it in half, take the guts out, and you know how spaghetti squash is. You kind of just run a fork over it and boom. So good fork. All right. So come over here. See, this is where I wish I had a camera going right down on this dish, or I mean this pan. And as far as how long I cooked this, I did it for 3 minutes, flipped it over, and did it for another 3. So in 6 minutes, the squash was ready. Of course, the bigger squash is going to take longer, but this little baby squash is just, see what happens. Maybe it'll cool off a little faster if I cut it in half. There we go. That way, because I want it ready when I have the chicken ready. So I am going to go ahead and add, oh, how much should I add? Oh, this stuff smells so good. All those herbs. And then I always add, I have a thing for marjoram. I love this because it adds color and flavor. I've always done that with any Italian marinara that I make. I always add extra marjoram. A lot of people like to add extra oregano, some like extra rosemary. It just depends on your specific taste buds. So never be afraid to add more. So, to find my, I can pull it out. Shame on me. Epicure, with Epicure you get one of these. It fits down in their jars, and one's a tablespoon and one's a teaspoon. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons because it's not a real big dish. And I've done this before, even though this has garlic in it, when I'm just really in the mood for extra garlic, I will add my raw garlic in there. So, just so you know, some people love the extra garlic. So now, next, I'm going to add the tomatoes. And I recycle, so I definitely put my cans in the sink too, because I take the labels off and put it in my recycle bin. Can't be a true blue tree hugger without all that going on. And I am a true blue tree hugger. So now I'm going to add a little bit. Let's use my one teaspoon. How's that? All right. It's really super simple dish, isn't it? So, and you could make it taste Italian enough that somebody thinks you slaved over the stove for hours. All right. I think what I'm going to do so it'll cook a little faster now is put the lid on it, and that'll hold that heat in there. I don't know about this. Which way should I do this? How about with a handy dandy, because I haven't done this in a while, is why I'm acting like I don't know what I'm doing. Huh. I guess you can use like paper towels or a pot holder. I just need something because it is pretty hot, but I want to scoop these guts out. And I hope you're not grossed out by the way I say guts. The innards, the insides. I thought I had some music on. It must have turned itself off. I wish I had an Alexa. Hey Alexa, turn that back on. Oh, look at that. Hot, hot, hot. Okay. Not much at all, but look at that. That looks just delicious. Okay, I'm going to hold this one. It might be easier. But it's done just enough. You can get down in there and scoop those right out. I remember the first time I seen spaghetti squash, I thought, oh my gosh, how gross. Then I tasted it and went, oh, you can do anything with that stuff. So next, drag the fork through it. Let me see if I can take these out. I'm going to put it in this dish here. Trip, what are you doing, little boy? I got him a new toy. He's not quite a year old till next month, about the end of next month. I think he's like a Halloween baby. And he's still got a lot of puppy in him. He likes to play with his toys. I just got him a new lamb. He killed the bunny, so we're going to get him a lamb now. But see how that just kind of pulls away? And then you end up with what looks like spaghetti. So we're going to call it chicken Cacitori, especially after you melt the cheese all over the top. So what I was going to say earlier when I had like a little dead moment where I had nothing to say, I listen to a lot of podcasts, especially I'm really into self-development. Got really into it. Well, I've been, all my whole life, it's like I always strive to be better all the time. Like, that saying where the best thing you could do is be better than you were yesterday. I'm one of those people. So I've always listened to a lot of talks on self-development, morning motivations, things like that. So it's always been fun for me. So I always have something to talk about. If somebody said something during the day, and so if you're into any of that stuff, you could probably guess who some of my favorite people are. One that I listened to yesterday was Mel Robbins. And speaking of Robbins, there's Tony Robbins. Oh my gosh. So a lot of those people, though, after you listen to them for a while, you got to be in the mood for a certain person, So I'll do that. It's like, ooh, I'm in a Mel Robbins mood today, and I'll pop her on. Another one that I got into last year, I was at an event in Florida and seen her on stage, was Heather Monahan. And if you've heard of her or read her books, they are amazing. I just really resonated with her when I seen her live on stage, and I've been listening to her podcast ever since. And listening to her podcast opened my eyes to some other new people, and so I got a whole slew of different people that I listen to, men and women alike, that talk about self-improvement, bettering your business, all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm just really into it. But the things they make you think about, they're different for everybody, of course, but the things you get to think about and talk about with other people, it's really interesting. So that's why I like to bring it up on these food shows that I love to do so much, because you get those spots where you're waiting for something to cook through, or got to wait for something, and it's just a good time to take a few minutes and share with what's on your mind. It's awesome. Feed your audience good information. Oh, another one I love, and I love his potty mouth. That's Gary Vaynerchuk. Oh my gosh, love that guy. His energy is just amazing. I love his energy. And if somebody can throw out F-bombs like him, it's just, dude, you put me to shame. Because I can throw some F-bombs. Whew, that was hot. But I want to get this done. So do you see what I'm doing? It's really easy. It doesn't take as long as if you let it cool off first. I guess I don't need to do the whole other side, but you get the concept. This is like say you put pasta in it. Oh my God, that dog is he's just too cute. He's gonna kill that lamb. And it's not like a real lamb. Don't get me wrong. I work at a hardware store during the day, and they have lamb chop stuffed animals made for dogs, and so they got squeaky toys in them and everything else. And he's over there murdering the lamb right now. Whew. Okay, so we got that. And this looks amazing. Okay, I'm gonna try to bring it over there. Where's my hot pets? There they are. Okay. Bring the dish to the camera. See that? That is so, so delicious. So what I'm going to do is make a plate. And, oh man, it smells so good too. Holy Hannah. We need smell-o-vision. Okay, these dishes are so old. I don't think I have too many that aren't chipped. This was my mom and dad's set when they got married. Been around a minute because I'm 61. They got married when I was 14. Crazy. Okay, so you do this as if it was spaghetti. Some people just mix it in. I mean, it's entirely up to you. And as far as food prep goes, this is one of those dishes you could put in your, wish I had one I could grab, your container. Well, this is kind of like one of my ones I use for like chopped vegetables, like carrots and celery sticks and peppers and hummus. But anyway, you know, your food prep dishes, this is, you could totally do this and freeze it or leave it in the fridge for a few days, whatever you're going to do. Ladle. Okay. So do a little, do a lot, whatever you're going to do. Say you had a little side salad to go with that. So, All right, you can put a little parm on top. I love fresh parm. You get that weird stuff in the green can. It says Kraft on it. Not going in my mouth. I'm just saying. I like good parm. This was actually only $4.79. I'd rather pay for this than eat that other stuff. But look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So, and I probably will go make a side salad. So what I'm hoping is I can upload this video to YouTube, because it's only 22.5 minutes long. I want to bite it. Let's see. The chicken. So, so tender, and that's what we always look for. Very, very good. Yep. We did it. All right. If this works out today, I'm going to be doing a lot of these, like one a week at least. The other thing I love, absolutely love, is feedback. Because like I said, I'm new. If I'm doing something wrong, I need to use YouTube or any of the other channels a little bit different. Help me out. I'm going to be doing my own studying, seeing how other people do their food shows, what they add in the comments and things like that. I'm going to be doing some of that on my own, but if I miss anything, please let me know. I am not afraid of corrective criticism. I want to do my best. I want to bring this to you and just share with the world, okay? So help me out, and I got more to do. Oh, recipes. Definitely share with me some recipes, okay? Thank you.